Hello, everyone, and we appreciate that you taking the time to hear us out and hear what's going on over in our corner of the world. As all of you guys know, we after Bible college we started a business and a couple businesses, and the Lord has been so good to us over the last decade or two. In the business world, and God confirmed it over and over again that that's where we were supposed to be, and both of us were. We always would reach out, try to give back to the community and do things, and sometimes it was a shameless plug for some free advertisement, but other times we really did see a need, and we really did want to just be a light and an example of the Lord in the world through our business. So with all that being said, where we stand with foster care and adoption. We're really seeing a need in our community right here in the county. Of course, it's worldwide, nationwide for sure. But we really feel the Lord is moving in our life, and it's kind of opening up some doors. And before we really could go any further, we did need to speak with Pastor, which we did. And now we're speaking with you, and just kind of want to give you a little glimpse and a little backside of what we feel the Lord is directing us to.
Well, what it came down to basically was that there is a great need to adopt and foster children, and we can show you some statistics in a minute which will literally prove how easily this problem can be eradicated in our community, and we are taking steps even in our own church to become a part of the solution, which is really amazing. And we can talk about Care Portal and some of those other things in another conversation. But basically what Tim and I decided is that we needed to go one step further, and I'm sure it's no secret what we went through as a family and what our children went through, even our foster and adoptive children, with the grief that they experienced in the loss of their biological family. And they have 3 other siblings. For those of you who are not aware, it was a sibling set of 5. And there are doors opening up for every one of them. But for what our children went through and the grief that they experienced and being pulled away from their family, it really lit a fire in us to go a little farther up the river and see if we couldn't fix that problem. And it was out of that grief and out of that adoption process, which is beautiful and it's necessary for these kids. For our hope is to go up the river and create a foundation that allows families that are struggling with addiction and need that recovery to find that safe place to keep their kids with them and learn how to fix their problem.
We've always said that, honestly, you could even say in God's plan, Tara and I are second best when we fostered and adopted, and that's absolutely true. We are second best. The number one situation would have been for mom and dad to have gotten their stuff together, and that family, that the 5 siblings, be raised together in a safe environment, obviously in a godly environment. But that didn't happen. But we do. Instead of being second best, we want to be able to try to swim up the river and try to repair that family structure and that family situation before it turns into foster and adoption. But with organizations that we're going to discuss, like Care Portal and Vision 30, these organizations are really trying to, like Tara was saying, swim up the river. And speaking of swimming up the river, we want to show you this short video clip about Vision 30.
Nobody gets to choose their family. If a person is fortunate enough to be born into a healthy family, then life can be much like floating down a smooth, gentle river in the summertime. But an unhealthy family is like a dangerous river, filled with rocks, debris, and fast-moving water. This river swiftly leads to the steep waterfall of adulthood, tragically forming a new river of dysfunction. Even if you aren't born into an unhealthy river, there are many streams that cause a person to get there. But there is only one way to get out, and that is through a meaningful relationship. Across our region, there are many agencies, churches, and families who are devoted to helping children escape from unhealthy rivers. Some feel their role is to wade in and rescue children. They foster, adopt, or provide safe families. Others stand by the river and support the rescuers by providing what they need. Still, others are upstream and stand in the gap to keep children from ending up in the negative situations. At Patrick Henry Family Services, we see ourselves as having an additional role. We are running up and down the shores of the unhealthy river, screaming, "Can't you see the children in the water? You have to do something." Vision 30 is a 10-year initiative. By 2030, we envision a region where all children are safe in their own family, or with caregivers who are supported by a local faith community. So, where do you stand at the river? Are you upstream, keeping families together and strong by standing in the gap? Are you in the river, directly impacting children? Are you on the shore, providing support for the brave folks who have entered the river? Or are you just passing by without noticing? No matter who you are, come down to the river with us. Let us help you find your place. Not only will lives be changed, but you will never be the same.
So with that in mind, we are introducing to all of you what we are calling Project Hope. And the acronym for HOPE is literally healing, opportunity, purpose, education. Do you want to share the mission statement?
Our mission statement is very simple, one sentence. Working with partners to provide a faith-based, safe place for recovery for women with children.
All right, so this is how the model works. Through Project Hope, we have a store, and then hopefully multiple stores, multiple locations. And at that store, you can donate goods, furniture, clothing, just like you would to Goodwill or Salvation Army or something like that. It's decorated really well. We want to upscale the furniture. It's more like a boutique shopping experience.
It's an upscale Goodwill.
We're going to have a coffee bar there, and the whole purpose of the store, we will have volunteers and things like that, but the women in the program are the ones who are supposed to be learning those life skills and job skills, dedication, and participating in the very program that's funding their literal home. Because not just do we have the store in the model, but there's also a home, a group home. It would be more in our farm property over on this side. There's a piece of property we're looking at, but they would live in that home and work through the program. And with that, they would be learning the life skills at home. We would need house parents there. There would be counseling going on. We're talking about a lot of trauma issues here, a lot of domestic violence, a lot of poverty, and of course,
drug abuse.
Yeah, truly. And the faith-based piece is the game-changing piece.
I do want to speak on the staff. We're not looking just for volunteers. Of course, we'll have volunteers, we'll have people that can help, but starting right from the ground up, we're really, I think with our business experience, we're looking at it as we're going to put paid staff people in place. Paid staff where they're paid and paid well. We're going to have, like Tara had mentioned about people staying in the homes once we get to that place of, calling them house parents and whatnot. They'll be paid well. And structuring this business, if you will, this business combined with ministry, to be able to do that. And again, not compromising our faith, not compromising our belief by taking money from somewhere else or someone else giving it. We believe that the faith that's been imparted in us, from Brother Joe, from Pastor Phil, from all you all, we believe that this is our belief in God, that He's going to provide for all of these things. And I can't emphasize that enough. We're looking for so much more than volunteers. We're looking to hire people. We're looking for Christian, Holy Ghost-filled men and women who may even have an experience or they have training in trauma therapy that can speak into the lives of these people. We're going to be looking for people that can help restore furniture. We're going to be looking for people that can help train these women. That's their job. Our goal is even for those people to provide for their families and to provide well and pay them well. As we build this and as we establish it, that's our goal.
So we do have an amazing model for an example, and you can find it online when you have time. It's literally called helpfreedomhouse.org, and that's where we started with our own adventure. You can visit even our webpage our website for the full story if you want some more details and all that, what we went through to get to this place. But they have been so kind to help us. The executive director has offered to share his curriculum and all the things, the way that they set it up, so we can get a lot of great ideas and see what works for Franklin County and what doesn't. So we're so excited about this announcement. We're so excited about where God is really taking us. It does seem overwhelming, but we have committed to each other that we're going to stay within grace. Where God opens doors, we're going to walk through those, and prayerfully, that's why we're yoking up with you. And a special thanks to Brother Ray and Sister Carol, who have been praying us through some of these months. Sister Pat Worley, we asked her to just pray with us as we were trying to figure out exactly where we were headed, and was this God, and what are we doing. And God has been so faithful to open doors, and so we're just asking you all to be aware of what's going on and know what we're doing to try to do our part to really bring in the fish. Like, revival is here, and our lost and dying world is right outside our door, and they're hurting and they're vulnerable, and there are generations of people that just need the light. So we're asking you to be in prayer to get ready, because they're coming to church, and we're bringing them to church
by the busload.
It's all part of the program. It's a 9 to 12 month-ish recovery program, and we have plans even after that to make sure they're exiting safely and
into
provide
the church.
Ways. They're coming to Bible school probably. I don't know. That's our hope.
We do have a big vision, and we tried to calm it down as much as we could here in this video. But what we believe that we're seeing and what God is showing us is it's huge. If there's anything that you're seeing, we certainly are inviting,
Absolutely.
please, to speak into our lives like you all have been for so many years. And but we're above all things, we're asking for your blessing. We really are.
I think that's it.
That's it. God bless you guys. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Spirit